walking in Memphis, just walking with my feet 10 feet off
St. Jude's Hospital is located in the heart of downtown Memphis. Memphis may be known for Elvis and Graceland, but St. Jude is often referred to as the crown jewel of Memphis. Our team toured St. Jude Hospital, and some of the bravest donated blood and plasma. A plasma donation is valued at up to $700. Charlotte explains why she chose to donate to St. Jude Hospital.
Yeah, because it's the little kids, and they have you'll go through the tour. It has little posters the kids have done, and you can just tell they've been through a lot, and so. Well, I've always wanted to do some kind of charity thing that was something I wanted to do, and St. Jude hit it.
Danny Thomas founded the research hospital based on a promise he made to St. Jude when he was struggling with his purpose in life. At the time, he barely had just over $7 in his pocket. Danny never forgot his promise to St. Jude, and after making his living in the entertainment business, he founded the St. Jude Hospital. He decided to work with children with catastrophic diseases. The research done at St. Jude Hospital is given immediately to other hospitals so that the research dollars not only help their patients, but people in need throughout the world. Here we see that in 1962, when St. Jude was first opened, a child diagnosed with ALL had a 4% chance of survival. With the red in the background, you can see that today, that same child has an 80% chance of survival. Our guide explained that Danny Thomas had no idea how big St. Jude Hospital would get when he founded it.
The first year it treated 158 patients. It had a staff of 128. Its annual budget was $300,000. Today it has, as I said, over 4,800 patients active. They see 150 to 200 per day. They have a staff of over 3,000, and its budget for this year is going to go over $500 million.
The research done at St. Jude Hospital is given immediately to other hospitals so that the research dollars not only help their patients, but people in need throughout the world. St. Jude is a non-denominational organization. They will help any child no matter race, culture, or creed. In view of the famous Memphis Pyramid is the Ronald McDonald House, which is a short distance from St. Jude Hospital. The Ronald McDonald House is a free-to-stay home for St. Jude patients.
This is called the Free Food Pantry, and again, everything you see in here has been donated.
Over time, St. Jude Hospital found that the patients that lived in these facilities, with the support they provide, respond better to treatment. Prior to the Ronald McDonald House, patients would stay in hotels, which were more isolated. In these homes, there is open space, and the residents understand each other. It's one of the only places I know of where you can still get a 25-cent Coke. While getting food ready for a very special guest, Charlotte and Dave shared why they originally wanted to work with St. Jude Hospital.
St. Jude came to our attention in one of our properties that we have. We refer to it as Hawkins Mill, and we bought it from a family. And they have a child who was 4 years old at the time, and she had just come down with a rare form of cancer. And they invited me to a fundraiser for St. Jude. At that point in time, I met Rachel, their daughter, and she obviously touched my heart. And so when the opportunity came up at Maui to bring a fundraiser, a charity that of your wish to Maui, the first thing I thought of was St. Jude. We're at the beginning level of it, and $10,000 will take us up, and I'd love to see Maui Mastermind plaques work their way on up the wall.
This was a vision of Danny Thomas and a pledge he made early in his life to St. Jude, and it was just amazing to me to see how it grew into something that he couldn't have imagined as other people joined with him and continued his vision and kept growing it bigger and bigger.
I think my wish for St. Jude's is for them to be able to continue doing what they do, which is literally give health care to people without concern for payment. So while they're a research hospital, they give the gift of giving back their research to other healthcare facilities, which does touch lives all over. And the fact that they give care to people without consideration of payment really means they need help making sure that that's available to people on an ongoing basis?
Well, Rachel is 4.5 right now, and when she was 2.5 years old, she was wild and playful and completely normal and a handful. And one day in March of 2004, she stumbled while she was getting up onto the dinner table chair and bumped her head. And when I went over to console her and rub her head, there was no bump at the site where she hit her head. It was on the other side of her head. Had me kind of confused, and when it was there the next day, when she woke up, I said to Brent, she has cancer. We went to St. Jude, and they start to process you as a patient, you know, from the minute you get there. Of course, he and I are looking at each other going, well, we don't need all this. This is probably just fungal, you know. The whole time you're there, you're looking at the ground going, I'm not part of this. This is just, you know, a procedure to find out what this is. I'm not part of all of this. It was a very intimidating day, and by that afternoon, they had determined she had leukemia.
They told us she had ALL, and then a doctor came into the room and started talking to us about how this will affect her, and it was a very organized, very calm meeting between a doctor and two very
Shell-shocked
parents. Then when Dr. Ribeiro came in the room, Jennifer started crying. And I'm like, well, you don't even know anything. Why are you crying? And she said, well, if it were good news, he wouldn't be here. And then it hit me, you know, successful outcome means, of course, survival rate at 10 years is 33%.
I said, so what do we do? And he said, well, you pray. The first 9 months of treatment are the hardest part, and I could go on and on with stories, but basically it was horrible. We counted our hours that were good, and you know, you have a 2.5-year-old that's, you know, fighting and confused and mad and tired and feeling horrible. But you're there at St. Jude so often, and everyone's smiling, and you're going, how can you be smiling? Look what I have, look what I'm dealing with. But they're always encouraging and hopeful and up, and slowly, at least with me and my personality, I'm not always the optimist, but slowly it seeps into you that, oh my gosh, this is what they keep saying by hope. She had 60 days to live. We got through 60 days, and then we got through 90, and then we got through 9 months, and we're marching toward what might be a normal life. And we wouldn't have that. And we would not have that at all without St. Jude, and without those smiling faces, and the nurses that gritted their teeth and gave her the shots in her thighs, and the doctors that said, keep giving it to her, keep giving her medicine, we're going to get through this. And that's where you just, you know, you walk in and you touch that St. Jude statue at the outside, and your gratitude is, you can't even say it. You can't even express it.
Where's this at?
St. Jude.
At St. Jude's? Do you like St. Jude's? What do you like most about St. Jude's?
The fish room.
Say that one more time.
Fish room.
The fish room that has the live tank in it with the fish? Oh, what's wrong?
Well, I didn't really like changing into a bee then.
Oh, I see.
Boy, you got a prayer in Memphis. Boy, you got a prayer in Memphis.